In the last video, we talked about that how you can build portfolio management software which can allow user to decode their transaction and get the information about it. So if you haven't watched, I'll link in the I button in the description so you guys can follow that. And many of you have liked that previous video, and many of you have told me that I should bring tutorial on these tools which I use on my regular basis, and which is absolutely recommended for all of you have to know, because if you want to be into the space of Web3 as a developer, then you have to know. In this video, I'm going to share close to 96 Solidity tools which you can utilize this, both in the terms of analytical part, both in terms of Solidity smart contract development, security, everything and all. So I'm going to share this article with you all in the descriptions, but let's go through this and let's have a look at what are the tools it's offer. So if I scroll down here you will find all the tools which you have to know, not have to know, at least you have to know that how this tool exactly work, because sometimes what will happen that you don't need to spend time building your own entire ecosystem for testing the contract and all those security and smart contract. So here Acme mentioned all 96 tool blockchain tools which you can utilize for testing the contract and for building the ecosystem. So the very first tool we have is the Slater, as I believe that you guys are already know to this tools, because it's a really powerful tool which allow you to test your contract. So if you're building a contract and you want to test it, that whether it's exposed to all the vulnerability which exists in the Solid smart contract, it will give you the documentation, it will give you the workflow. So it's a powerful tool and it's written in Python, so you can easily able to utilize it. So this one is we have is Epic Works EVM Trace. So it will allow you to trace the data for the transaction machine. You will have this tools which allow you to basically analyze the data of a particular transaction. So we have the min test, so Solid smart contract testing assertions and logging utilities. So you can easily able to utilize this tool to test. So if you really want to know more about it, click on this and it will take you to the page and you can simply able to know about it. And so we have Unisoft v3 core. This one is absolutely amazing repository for a smart contract if you really want to work in a DeFi space. So I must tell you to come and spend some time around this tool. Okay, it's really powerful. So popular smart contract template. So if you really want to know that if you are building a project and you want to have a Solidity smart contract for a particular industry, so you can easily able to find from this particular tools, because it has all the previous contract which exactly run on the Ethereum. So you can get the information from that and you can build something on top of that for your contract. Synthesize smart contract. So it's basically a smart contract which will allow you to give you all the logics and all. Okay, we have a hello world, can be lens, we have the yarn smart contract, Polygon's contract tutorial. So like it will give you an idea that how you have to write a Polygon smart contract for the Polygon, and it will allow you, because Polygons and Ethereum both are the same. There is a difference in the transaction speed and the gas amount, but when you write a smart contract for a particular blockchain, you have to know that what are the things goes into that smart contract development for that particular blockchain. Because if you talk about the Ethereum, if you use certain variable, certain state variable in the contract, that might cost you high gas amount. But on the other hand, when you use the Polygon, because Polygons really cost you very less when you deploy the contract and when you declare the state variable. So in that context, you can go with the complex data model in the Polygon smart contract. So those are the things you have to know. Okay, this is the Polygon smart contract. So here you will find all the contract which is compromised for the business logic, all of those things. We have this set, we have Woeful, we have Cast, and this is the security file, Ethereum VS Code viewer. So what it does, view the source of deployed Ethereum contract in a VS Code browser interface. Okay, so basically it's a interface which allow you to see the code, that how the data is flowing in a visual graphics. Okay, so that's what it does. So this is the open zip link Solidity contract partner, written and optimized in the Hoof assembly language. So that's a quite complex one. I don't know what it is, but I haven't explored yet. So this there, and they also have a library which deals in the Rust template. So if you are writing a smart contract in Rust programming language, so you can utilize this tool. We have event decoder. So like if you really want to explore the events, so that's also a very powerful tool, because sometimes what happened that we have to check that how much cost we are paying when we are initializing the event on the blockchains, and when we are retrieving the data, then what amount we pay. So in that context, it will give you a very idea, and you can able to calculate the exact amount for declaring an event in your contract. Here we have that open zeppelin test helper. So this will also a testing tool. We have Drizzle. Drizzle is a created source of tools for dApp development with JavaScript, Vue and React. So I haven't explored this one. We have ETH XDK. So it's a library of a smart contract which you can utilize it. So call data decoder, so it will allow us to decode. We have contract visit, we have Ethereum transaction viewer, so if you really want to find out the transaction, you can easily able to get it. So open source code for the Ethereum transaction viewer, so you can easily able to install this tool, and you can easily able to build applications like Etherscan, where you can display all the data about a particular transaction. All you have to do is to highlight the network which you want to make the transaction, like fetching the transaction information. That's all you have to do. Here we have the open zipping upgrade. So this one is a very important, which you have to know, because earlier, like a year ago, like there were no concept of upgradable contract, but right now open zipping had introduced. So as you all know that smart contract is immutable, but with the help of open zipping upgradable contract, you can easily able to update certain variable in your contract. So it's also very important that you have to know that how you can utilize this upgradable smart contract. And if you guys want me to make a tutorial on this particular tool, then do let me know, and that I will definitely try to make it. So here we have this header template, we have this solo, we have drippy, system of interval control automated transaction. Okay, I don't know what it is. And let's come here. We have the RPM math, transaction decoder, ETH spotter, hop starter kit, Supria, get hooks, and we have Holdsmate Foundry template. So basically a smart contract template which you can include. We have the Solidity compiler selector, we have the Arna Husky for gift hooks, this one, and we have Ginash, we have Prettier plugin for Solidity. Okay, so you know that Prettier is not working in all the programming language. So if you're coding in Java or JavaScript or any other language, it will work fine, but when you will use this Prettier in the normal Prettier in the Solidity, it will not work. So for that you have to install this one. This will fix that issue. We have this Solidity utility to combine Solidity project to a flat file. That's one we have. Let's click here, and you can see we have a lot of tools. Solidity visual auditor. So this one is really good for the auditing process, because sometime what will happen that you have to audit your smart contract. So once you go with the normal auditing process, like testing your contract, writing your manual script, then you move to the tools. In that context, when you will use those tools like Slitter, and we have other tools, you will also use this one to have a visual representation when you do the auditing of the contract. We have this one, we have this, we have Solidity array generator. So like, as you know that when you generate array in your smart contract, that's a really high gas consumption. Okay, you have to pay a really good amount of gas fee for declaring an array, and that's not always recommended that you have to declare an array in your contract. So this will help you to analyze that what amount of gas fee you are paying, and this will allow you to check that what space you are taking exactly on the blockchain. We have the ETH P2P, we have Decodable, we have Solidity coverage, Solidity documentation generators. So this will also a really good one, because when you will write the smart contract as an auditor, you have to generate the document, and this will help you a lot in generating the document for the contract which you have written. We have this one, we have constructed encoder. So when you deploy your contract, and that time you have to pass certain data into a constructor. Just imagine that you are creating a ERC20 token, so you have to define that who is the owner of the token, and you will also define the number of token you want to create. Okay, so in that context, but whatever data you will pass in your constructor, that's also you can decode it here. We have this dApp, we have this prettier for Solidity, we have this one. These are the not that important one. Come back to the here, and here you will have this Zenland the contract library. So it's actually a base of contract library which you can encode. This is the ETH code we have, and these are the couple of tools. So you can see we have a lot of tools. I'm not telling you to come and master each one of these, but it's always very important that you have to know that how you can utilize this tool. So the most important tools which you have to keep in mind is this Slider for testing one. So all the tools which I have highlighted for the testing purpose, you have to utilize that, because when you will write your smart contract, when you will test your smart contract, you have to do testing in all of these tools. Okay, using all of the software. And you have to also learn about the open zipping upgradable contract. You have to learn about the open zipping and v3 SDK for the Uniswap. So these are the couple of important tools which you have to know. Okay, so I'll link this article in the description so you guys can follow that. And Acmini is a powerful resource which you can follow for enhancing your learning. for the Web3 development and smart contract development. Okay, so I believe that these things make sense to all of you guys, and you guys have known that how you can find all the tools which are there in the Web3 space, and which one you have to learn, and what are the libraries are exist there, so you can take the information, inspirations, and you can build something on top of that. Okay, so with that, I'm ending this video. Hope this video is valuable for you. If you guys really want me to make a specific tutorial on any one of these tools, do let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely try to come with a tutorial, and that might help you. Okay, so that's the only thing I want to talk about in this video. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.